Campbell's Comments would like to thank all of its sponsors who contribute to what we do, including Woodland Stud, Barrastock Horse, team at Harasta Trotters and Yabby Dam Farms, as well as Nutrient Equine and Nutrient Equine Standardbreds, and also the team at NZB and NZB Standardbreds, plus so many more of our great sponsors. Thank you for everything you do. Rightio, welcome ladies and gentlemen to On Loose Lines, back for another week, and as always, very well organised. Haven't checked one thing. Hopefully it works a little bit later on. We'll get to that when we get time to go from there. Big show coming up. We're going to have Donna Castles on very shortly. I haven't actually rang Donna, so if Donna's watching, I will ring you very shortly. She's got a different number for me to ring her on, and I will do that very shortly. Also, Ann-Maree Conroy and the VSTA, the big VSTA Awards night this weekend, so we'll catch up with her as well. Plus, many more Mark Barton, as I said there before about in the intro there, Mark Barton and the Tuza Floats Awards, plus there's lots going on. Weanling sales, Rasta Trotters have announced a new sire, plenty other things happening. What we will do though, we'll start off the night. Tyler Jew, g'day to you Tyler, all the way from Invercargill. I might have to get him on again shortly at one stage too, get some New Zealand, plenty of New Zealand content coming in. Donna Castles, hello to you Donna.
Hello.
How are you Donna, can you hear me? Donna. Can you hear me, Donna?
Hello.
Donna, you can't hear me by the sounds. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. We have a technical issue just there at the minute. I was just on a phone call. What's going on here? That should be working. Hang on a sec. We'll just try something else. Are you there, Donna?
I am.
Why can't I hear you? We're picking you up through the Bluetooth, but we can't. Oh. No? Well, you're not on, but you are on. We're live. This is good. This is really good. It's really good at the minute. Hang on a sec. I just got to try and get you back on. Just give me a sec. I'll flick it back and hopefully it works. Hopefully you can hear me because...
I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I know, but no one else can because I haven't got it coming through the other way. Hang on. This is not good. This is typical Campbell's Comments if anyone's watching this. Now, Donna, can you hear me now? You can't hear me, can you, Donna? Why can't Donna hear me? Well, we'll do what works normally. We'll go back. Just bear with me. As I said, Tyler Jew, he's on there. No, didn't want that one because I don't have Donna ready yet. We want that one there. So please get involved in the show. Just not 100% sure why that isn't working, but we'll go one more time and it should work. It's ringing. We can hear it ringing.
Hello.
Now can you hear me? No, Donna can't hear me.
Hello.
You can't hear me, Donna? Not sure what's going on there. I just made a phone call to Mark Barton and he could hear me as easy as possible. But Donna can't hear me. I wonder. We might try this one. We'll see if this one works any better. Clearly, as you can hear, the ringing's coming through, so it is working. It's just for some reason the other end's not working. She's not going to answer this phone. Maybe she's got a new phone number. Don't know. Good radio, good TV. Definitely should have tried it beforehand. Not sure how else to do this. All right, I suppose we can try this.
Hello.
Now you're there. Yes, but
Hello.
you can't hear us. Okay, hang on a second. Why can't...
This is going to be an easy interview, this is.
Donna, are you there?
I am. How are you?
I'm well. I'm not sure how this is coming through, but I'm just trying something anyway, and I can't test it because my phone's in my hand, so I don't know. So anyone's listening and they can hear the audio, please let us know. But I do have Donna Castles on the phone. Hello to you, Donna.
Hi, good. How are you? I'll walk downstairs. I'll turn my phone on because it's on the charger. See what's going on?
I don't know what's happening there because we could hear the ringtone, just you couldn't hear me talking back through the speaker. which is odd. But anyway, that's okay. Pacing for pink is what's going on. Sounds good. Tyler Dew's telling me this sounds as good as gold. So we're right, Donna. This will actually work. Juanita Breen's saying you're getting ready to leave. But no, we got you, so it's all good. Where are you going to tonight?
I'm only going to the pub for dinner with Neil Day.
Oh, very good.
He's down, so he's in tomorrow night, so he just arrived, so we'll head in and have tea with him.
Very, very good. Well, what's he in town for?
He's got a runner tomorrow night at Bendigo.
Yep.
Yep, so I'd say he's just trying to pinch out Victorian money, but that's okay.
Good luck to him. We encourage those sorts of... We encourage that.
I think he came down to see Amy more than anything. I think that'd be the main thing.
Yeah, they're expecting too, which is exciting for both her and for...
July.
Yes, so, yeah, nice winter's baby. That'll be very, very good for them as well. Donna, we're here to promote Pacing for Pink and to get the message out there, I suppose, for the Pacing for Pink, which has started already. It started off with a bit of a bang too.
Oh, it sure has. Like, the pink pants are everywhere. Winners are coming up left, right and centre. And I think Menangle yesterday had their biggest day ever since 2000 was raised with pink pants, lady driver trainers and number 8 winning yesterday at Menangle. So it was super.
So they're doing something with the number 8 as well in New South Wales, or Club Menangle?
They sure are. Yeah, Club Menangle themselves.
Yep.
So it's only at Club Menangle. Every number 8 that wins, they donate. Every lady trainer that wins, they donate. And every pair of pink pants, they donate. So it's great.
It is indeed. And the best part about the donation and what they're doing is it actually gets the message out there, which is what we want.
Oh, creates awareness. It's just, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and we want people to be aware. And it's to raise money and awareness for breast cancer. And it goes for the entire month of May. But every year you have I suppose, a massive day where you get everyone's, get everyone at one place, or as many people as you can at one place. This year that'll be on. You've got to be joking. I'm not sure exactly which one's going. I got the right one. Sunday, the 7th of May, at the Shepparton Harness Racing Club. Now gates will open at 10:30, and there is still. I don't know if there is still dining packages and mini marquees, but there's plenty going to happen on this Sunday coming, isn't there?
There sure is. Yep, there's still marquees available, and we have a few dining spots left available, so that's really good. I'm glad you got the date right, because you are going to be there.
No, it wasn't that. I've got all these little buttons here that make life easier, but you reckon I'd put one that would say the dates on instead. What I did was wrote Pacing for Pink, and I'm like, there's 3 of them that say Pacing for Pink, so I picked the right one in the middle, so it's okay. So the dining packages are $60 per person, which is a 2-course meal race book, and they will hear from Kerry Patford, I believe, She's the Chief McGrath clinical nurse. So, of course, there'll be some, I suppose, home truths said there, as much as also raising awareness and that, which is a huge day and a huge day of celebrations. And then also the mini marquees, which are $500 for 10 people, 10 adults. And that includes grazing boxes and race books. I'm a little bit more of a mini marquee man. I like those grazing boxes. I reckon they're awesome.
Yeah, no, last year it was really good. We had a few last year, and they had sponsors, and they had their banners out on the fence line and things like that as well. So it promotes them, and they can take their staff and have a great day and raise funds, which is what we need.
Yep, exactly, and that's what we want to do, is raise funds for it. Anyone wants to buy any of the clothing, now I've got the website there, but I've got the website up at the minute, and they've got shirts, polos, puffer vests, and also the windbreaker jackets, if you like. They're all there with the pricings there on them, from $50 through to $100 for the jackets. Now, with this, to be able to order these, go to www.joejubysaddlery.com.au. Now, been done a little bit differently this year, Donna, and there's a reason behind that, isn't there?
Oh, there is. It's just got so big, and we sort of couldn't control it as well from this end, I suppose, and getting everything out on time. So at any time of the year, it doesn't just have to be this month. You can jump onto Joe Juby Saddlery and just log in, put all your details, put on what you want. It'll go to the bottom, put your postage, log it in, they'll make it, and they'll send it straight direct to your home. So, if you think, oh, gee, I wish I had one of those jackets or whatever, you can still get it in May, June, July, August, whatever. So it's fantastic. It's open at all times to access that site.
No, well, that is really good, and I was glad to see the other day Jack Law, who won the Drivers Award one of the years. I don't know if it was last year. I think it was the year before, but he still had his jacket on and wears it with pride. So which is really good. And that's the thing about these jackets and the sleeveless vests. I should have had mine on tonight for you, Donna. I didn't have it, but that is the thing about these awards and these days. You wear the stuff with pride, don't you?
Oh, you sure do. So you better wear your vest on Sunday, and I've got you a new beanie, so you have to wear the beanie.
I hope it's pink, I'll wear it without a worry in the world. I don't worry too much about what I wear. Jujube Saddlery, there's another reason they've come on board as well, Donna.
Oh, for sure. We've known them for a lot of years, and Stacey Towers has been very good friends with them for many, many years. And their sister actually opened up Jujube Saddlery, and she actually died of breast cancer. So the girls, have kept the business going, and there's a lot of love and thought behind what they do. So we just thought there's nothing better than to support them like they would support us. So that's why we went there.
And I think that's key. Like obviously supporting that saddlery. Don't just go to the Pacing for Pink branch of it, although go there please and buy, but also go right through and build up a relationship, if you like, with Jujube Saddlery, because that's what we want people to do, is build a relationship as much as anything else.
That's right, and like next year we'll sit down with them again, and we might, create new ideas and might do beanies or whatever, hats, and again, so, they're just open to help us expand and expose this, that, breast cancer is around, and we need as many nurses and as much funds as we can. So the awareness with what we do and what they do is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have fought the battle, I suppose is the best way to put it. And there's a lot of other people fighting the battle, and every day there's more and more women fighting breast cancer.
Oh, it sure is, and it is a battle. And sort of everyone, that's around and about go, oh, you're really good. How are you going now? Rah, rah. And I go, yeah, I'm fine. But, I went to the doctors the other day and I said to him, it can any time come back. And he goes, Don, it can. And it doesn't have to be 2 years, 6 years or 4 years and 8 years, whatever. And I said to him, well, that's just the risk you got to take. So you just soldier on until hopefully nothing ever happens again. But you just sort of got to, you can't give up. You just got to fight.
No, exactly. Well said. Very, very well said, and continue to fight it. There's a large group of people behind you, and we'll get to one special lady in a minute, but Stacey Towers just sent me a text message to say that she would have stepped in if you couldn't. Sorry, not Stacey Towers, it was Juanita Breen, but Stacey Towers as well. There's so many people that'll be there on Sunday giving their time, from rattling the tins. Jezza Muir, she'll be there making sure I put everything in the right order, and that there's a large group of ladies that give up a lot of time to help, not just raise awareness for the breast cancer and what Pacing for Pink is, but on the day at Shepparton on Sunday they'll be doing, giving up their free time to help out.
Oh, they do, it's just amazing. We get there, you've got Ann O'Donoghue, Jane Peake and Pam Abood, and like Juanita and Jez are out the front, and like whoever's there just turns up, pulls up out the front, and what do you need? What do you need me to do? Do you need me to do something? And as soon as you say, oh, can you grab that? Or can you do, and they're there, and that's what the harness racing industry is about anyway. We're like a big family, and if someone needs help or whatever, we're all there to back each other up, and that's just what happens. And that's the only reason I think that Sunday is such a great success, because everyone is there to make it a great success and back each other up.
Yep, absolutely. And it is a lot of fun. There's raffles, giveaways, silent auctions, which are always a lot of fun. That they hot up at that last couple of minutes, don't they? It's quite funny. People walk past all day, but you give it about the last 20 minutes and they all start hovering around. I know Mark Watson, he was pretty coy last year. He wanted that bar, and I only think he put in 2 bids. He put one in and then got done and jumped over, so he went straight to get way again. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. I think there's about 32 silent auctions this year.
Oh, you're joking me.
Maybe getting bigger, don't worry about it. And so you can imagine then the raffle prizes and all that. That's your job, and Adele's job to organise that and call them all out and things like that. But, there's, we're trying to just create as much fun for people to come and still raise funds and create awareness, of breast cancer and how much we need the nurses. And I think if people go there and have a good day, they remember it and want to come back next year, and that's what we're looking for,
Yep, exactly. But at the end of the day, raising awareness for breast cancer. Now, I said about another special lady, Donna. Mark Watson works tirelessly behind the scenes. Anyone watching the Pacing for Pink Facebook page and updates on that, plus what she does with Cobram and her own pages as well, promoting people that help her out all of the time. Would have been over the moon the other night, Sunday night just gone, for her to be a Pearl Kelly Award recipient. Was just a great achievement for her for all the tireless work that she does.
Oh, it was a great achievement, and the best part about it was she had no idea.
She looked lovely. I've got the picture of her and Adele up there now, and she looked lovely there with the trophy. And yeah, that's even better that she didn't know that was what was happening.
No, she actually got the invite. I think I've got the story right, because Adele and I were laughing the other night because Mark kept jumping in and she kept going, I can't believe it. But Adele was getting all the emails and Macca, so they were liaising together. And Adele said, well, it would be very rude if you didn't go, because you got invited, because it's to promote Pacing for Pink, you should be there. So Mark just thought she was going down there for an evening out, until all of a sudden this all started happening. And she said she just couldn't believe it. It was just amazing, and she deserves it so much. And I sort of watched it and I went, Bob would just be so proud of everything she's achieved. Bob was always there in the background and started it all off at Cobram. And when he passed away, we sort of all said, right, let's just join together and make it as big as what he wanted it to be. So
Bob would be very proud. Like, it hasn't skipped a beat, has it?
No, it's just got bigger. And 3 years ago, I think it was, when Marg was in hospital and she had open heart surgery, and we all went, oh, this will be good, what are we going to do now? But she sat at home and was very cranky because she couldn't come, but we soldiered on. And she's back fighting great as ever, so that's good.
No, absolutely, Donna. Thank you. You are going out for tea, so I won't hold you much longer. But Sunday, the 7th of May, gates open at 10:30. What time's the first race, Donna? I should have done my homework and looked at it.
I haven't even looked yet.
Oh, you and me both.
I got told by Mark that I'm in the first and the second. I went, really? Okay, right. I am going to have my finger out. But the other thing as well, Paulie, this year we've got 218 drivers in pink pants.
Awesome. All across and right across Australia.
Well, we've gone even bigger than this. Shannon O'Sullivan's in New Zealand, so she's got her pink pants in New Zealand this year.
Wow. That's
which
awesome.
Is great. We got approval for that. So, Friday night, Shannon will be driving her pink pants, and they've done a big story over in New Zealand about Pacing for Pink and how and what it's doing and stuff like that. So, we've opened their sort of eyes over there to hopefully, come on board and expose it a little bit more and that sort of thing, which is great.
We've got plenty of Kiwis watching at the minute too, Donna. Don't worry about that. I've got Michael House, Julie White and Timmy White. They're actually separate at the minute. They might have had a lover's tiff, but I don't think so. Timmy's actually off duck shooting. He makes it, he does it hard. I've seen the humble abode that he's stuck in, and he doesn't do it very hard at all. But we've got plenty of New Zealanders on there, and they'll be super proud of that as well, and they'll start to get the understanding. It will probably stand out more, one lady in pink pants and people asking why. It's probably going to hit home, and then next year, who knows what will happen. I would imagine that they possibly, the month of May, like what West Australia did 2 years ago, I think it was, where they embraced it, it just continues to grow and get bigger and bigger.
Oh, it's great. Every state's just got behind it. They're creating their own, either high teas or fundraisers or raffles or, things like that. So all that adds up, and they have their own function nights, and we all just pull it in together. And I think it's been going for about 12 years now, and we only had 1 year where we had to miss because of COVID.
Yep.
But I think we're up to about over 320,000 that we've raised. So, it's a great effort, for an industry that we've all come together and done that.
And we'll say though that the Glenn McGrath Foundation and the people behind it, they buy into it too. Glenn was here last year, and I think he had to leave at 4 o'clock, and at 4:30 he was still there, and his PA was getting very cranky with him because he had to be left. But give as much time as he could and more for people, just talking to people, signing bats, signing push bikes for Johnny McLean. He was signing just about everything he could sign.
Yeah, no, it was great, and people really appreciated that. Like, I think he had to be gone by 2 to get on a plane.
Yep.
And he just said, no, I might stay the night in Melbourne with my daughter. So by 4:30, Aisha said, his secretary was going, we have to leave. And he goes, no, not yet. We're not ready yet. So it was really good. That's awesome.
It was indeed, and he was very proud, and well done. He won't be there this year, but there'll still be plenty there for people to come, and I don't think he will be. You haven't said that he'll be there.
No, he won't be there. But again, we'd like to say a big thank you out to the trainers and the owners that supported the meeting to make it a great day as well. And HRV, we've got, three $10,000 races, and we've got 11 races. So, and they're full fields pretty much. So it just shows, how much the industry's getting behind it all.
We will, and I'm learning by my mistakes. This year we'll get the raffles started pretty early while people are still there, because we end up with a lot at the end of the day when most people have gone. So we'll start them pretty early and start getting through as many as we can, because there'll be, how many raffle prizes have we got, do you know?
I'm not going to tell you.
I love you. Anyone wondering why I don't talk on Monday? It's Donna's fault. I can tell you that much. So, but anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of people there. Get along trackside and more than welcome to be there. Maddie Cooper says the first race is at 12 o'clock on the knocker, Donna. So you have
I'll be there by about 6 in the morning trying to set up. So I'll be there on time.
You just have to be.
Doc will be there on time, but anyway.
You have to be ready at 11:30. That's all. Go and do your commitments, and then come back after that. But we'll go from there.
I only just tried to make a hard taskmaster of it all. We nominated, and I said to Doc, how many are we going to put in? And he goes, just a few. Okay. I think we had 8 nominated. I went, okay, so we took 2 out, so we've still got to work with 6 on the day. But, we'll be juggling it left, right and centre, and I think Stacey's got 2 in, so she'll be juggling it away. And thank God we've got Juanita and Jezzy sort of just saying to us to go and do what you have to do and come back when you need us.
Yeah, and they'll keep me in line as well. Don't worry about that. Jeffrey Dixon wrote here that with Luke McCarthy in pink, earning plenty for a great cause. But I actually thought he said pink earring. When I read it, because it's a long way off. So I actually thought he had a pink earring. I was going to say Luke's got some explaining to do, but no, that's all good. So thank you. That maybe we can get a couple of male drivers with a pink earring next year, Donna. That could be a challenge.
That would be the way to go. And the beauty of it, when Luke wins, we get 200 in, say, Sydney, and because they're in Belinda's name as trainer, there's another 200 that, they donate as a trainer's prize. So, that's just amazing. Yep, It's all good. Everyone's having a great go.
No, well done, Donna. All right, go and enjoy your tea. I will see you Sunday. Throw a camera probably in front of you, do an interview during the day to put up later on. But well done for everything that you are doing. I know it's not just you that do it.
There's some massive support behind it all, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and the likes of Marg Watts and as you said, all the girls that help there as well along the way. There's pony trots on the day. I've got no doubt Stacey's probably got another harebrained idea lined up somewhere along the lines with drivers, or who knows what she's got planned. But anyway, there'll be plenty going on. Well done. Thank you, and enjoy tonight's tea, and we'll see you Sunday. Gates open at 10:30, so I better be there by 10:30, I suppose. So we'll go from there.
Might be a good idea.
Thank you very much, Donna.
See you when we're looking at you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Donna Castles, as I said. And make sure you get there on the Sunday, or you can give to the Pacing for Pink. But yeah, as it is on Sunday, the 7th of May at Shepparton Harness Racing Club. And the packages there are quite reasonable, $60 for a 2-course meal and a guest speaker and a race book, or $500, or if you get 10 of you guys in, it's $500. Sorry, $50 each for a marquee with the grazing boards, which are terrific. Plenty to go through. I do have another interview through the phone. I have 2 more through the phone. I'm just not sure why Donna couldn't hear me then, but I did make a phone call prior to that. So hopefully the next couple will do from there. But Harass the Trotters, of course, great sponsors and supporters of mine. I've just got to wake something else up, because when I go to read it, it's going to look a bit silly if I don't have it open. The ad will have finished by the time I put this up. But exciting news for harness racing with the announcement of a new sire coming to Australia next year, the Danish bred world champion in Rick D. For Australian breeders, Rick D offers the best of North America, European trotting bloodlines. He retired as a 6-year-old, and at the end of that year, he had 21 wins from 31 starts and $1.6 million in stake money. Career best time of 149.1. Eric D is by Pine Chip Stallion Infinitive F, who's out of the great Cocktail Jetmare Island Dream. Now, this is a family that Pat Driscoll already has here. He actually offered up one this year, a colt, out of the mare Dream Island, and they actually have that mare themselves. He's out of the Muscle Yankee mare in soon, too soon, and that is a Love You mare as well. So really, really exciting for breeders here in Australia. I don't know a lot other than that about this stand just at the minute. I only seen this on socials last night. I'm not sure where he'll be standing, if he'll be standing in conjunction with On a Streak and also Classic Connection. But no, it's not that he'll be there, but he will be coming to the Australian shores on the roster. So congratulations to those guys, and look forward to another exciting stallion being offered up here in Australia. So really, really exciting times. I will try and catch up. I did reach out to Louise Toolman, and we will definitely try and catch up in regards to that. Get back onto the trotting show, which should have happened this week, but didn't. But we will get back to that at some stage. So I'll open up my YouTube page too, because if people are watching Campbell's Comments on YouTube, you can fire questions in and I will be able to watch. I just actually have to turn that volume down. But please, if you are watching on YouTube, get your comments in there. I know Mark Hughes from Woodland Stud, he quite often does. So yeah, we'll put that on. There's plenty going on in the trotting ranks at the minute. Plenty of good winners. Joe Pace is on there. There was a brilliant Bendigo Cup the other night. Not for Joe. Hello you, Joe. Sorry about that. But yeah, some really exciting trotting races coming on both sides of the ditch. There is the New Zealand Oaks in Auckland on Thursday night, tomorrow night. Make sure you tune into that. I might try and get one of my shows up and going in relation to that with the trotters. What I will do, we will try and get hold of Ann-Maree Conroy. Now, hopefully she can hear us. The fact that it rings means it's going through the machine. And as I said, I did a phone call earlier. Ann-Maree, can you hear me? Ann-Maree can't hear me. Or I can hear something in the background.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can, Paul.
You can hear me. Yeah, Michael had the other part going, didn't he? The show on in the background, didn't he?
Hello.
Can you hear me, Ann-Maree? Okay, we're going to.
Hello, Paul.
Can you hear me now, Ann-Maree?
Yes, I can.
Hang on a sec. So, just hang on one sec, Ann-Maree. Can you hear me now? You can't hear me now. Very frustrating, this. Okay. Rightio. Well, I know you're there now, aren't you?
Beg your pardon, I'm on my way to Ballarat.
That's fine. As long as you can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Very, very good. I apologise for some reason. Modern technology has let me down, but that's okay. We'll just go back to something a little bit differently, if you like, and hold the phone near the microphone. And it actually seems to be working for the minute. That is for sure. Firstly, can you get a winner at Ballarat tonight for the people listening?
Potentially, yes. Could happen, Paul.
Potentially, yes. Okay, so which do I have to pry out of you which one, or?
Oh, look, either of them could win, Paul, but you need luck. So, especially over 1700. So, yeah, you need a bit of luck.
No, you definitely do. Rightio, Ann-Maree. The VSTA Awards night is on Saturday night at Melton. It's a very, very big night. You are the president of the VSTA, and we want to make sure that these awards keep growing and keep, I suppose, supporting the trotting fraternity, which is growing ever bigger.
Yeah, it is, Paul, and it's something for everyone. I think more and more people are inclined to think that they can get a trotter and do all right with it, and they are. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see who's won our awards this time.
Yeah, it is a big night. Firstly, with the night, it's for the Dick Lee. There's 3 major awards. There's quite a few other awards there as well. But the Dick Lee Rising Star, the Colin Redwood Award, and also the Bob Conroy Excellence in Trotting Award. It's going to be held at Legends Room at Melton on Saturday, the 6th of May. $50 a head for a 2-course meal. You can contact Emma Prosser on 03 8746 06 2-6 or the Tabcorp Park reception to get involved in that. Don't let me forget the raffle. We'll do some more on the raffle before we forget. But it's a night of awards. It's also, I suppose, remembering and you know, I don't know the right way of saying it, but Dick Lee, of course, hasn't passed us yet. But I suppose still remembering what the likes of have been able to achieve in the industry.
Yeah, I think the word is celebrating, Paul.
Thank you.
Some of the achievements of people that have been around years ago. So with Dad's Award, I think when it first started, we were talking about excellence in trotting in the previous 12 months, and then we thought about it and we decided that if you'd been excellent 20 years ago or 30 years ago but you hadn't sort of been rewarded for that, then maybe we'd put those names up there as well. So it's not just about what's happened in the preceding 12 months as some of the other awards are. It's celebrating someone's achievements in their lifetime.
Yep, absolutely, and that's what we want to we do. At the minute, the last I heard, Dick Lee will be there, which is terrific because I know his health is not what it used to be. They tell me his mind's as sharp as a tack, but just covers the ground a little bit slower.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is unfortunately the part of the age. Ann-Maree, before we just get on to acknowledging, no, actually we'll keep going this way. I'll talk to you about it in a second as well. But the picture I've got up of you is the Pearl Kelly last year, and I just must say congratulations on that. I've never really sort of spoken about that, but a great achievement for yourself. And it's a very lovely picture. The three major awards. There's also going to be Horse of the Years, Broodmares of the Years, and the likes going through. Trainers, although the leading trainer and driver won't be awarded on the night, but the three main ones, we might start with the Colin Redwood Determination in Trotting Award. Now there's a large list of people here, but when you start going through them, you can understand where this award came from. Bob Cookenmeister, the Ainsworth family, Glenn and Chris Sharp, Rebecca Morrissey, Claire Payne, Glenn Conroy, Michael Bellman, Katrina Knight, Katrina Fitzpatrick, Stuart Ashby, Eddie Conroy, Lyndall Conroy, Ray Cross, Jack and Glennis Sullivan, Ann-Maree Conroy, and Mick Barbie. It's an amazing list of people, and all of those, rightfully belong there. But it's just some great names involved in that, isn't there?
There is, Paul, and there's probably names that are missing from that, and that's partly because people haven't nominated. They haven't thought to nominate someone that might be doing a great job and not getting noticed. So next year, we would love to have 50 nominations. So, don't be afraid, people, to get on Facebook and say, I'd like to nominate this person or that person, and we'd love to know about it because we have other awards throughout the year that we reward people that are doing a good job but not necessarily getting noticed as well. So if we can just get those names out there and talk about those people, and I'd like to name them again on Saturday night, which I know that you will, there's a great list of people there, and they should all be really proud to be on that list.
Probably one of my bugbears, I think, reactive and proactive. I think a lot of the time we announce who the finalists were post the awards being given, but I think quite often we should be putting who has been nominated prior to it, just so that people do get that recognition. And I think it's it's part of the, just because you don't win doesn't necessarily mean you're not worthy of the award. It just the judges pick someone else, I suppose, is the best way of putting it.
Yeah, that's right, Paul. They're all worthy winners.
Yep. The Dick Lee Rising Star Award, and there's some great names in here: Jackie Barker, Jason Ainsworth, Annalise Scott, Declan Murphy, and Sam Barker. A couple of those names, Jason Ainsworth and Jackie Barker, I don't think they'd mind me saying they've been around for a little while. I love what Jason Ainsworth does with a small team of horses. Jackie Barker doesn't drive for any big stables, continues to knock up winning races and cup races through the year. But then the other three young gentlemen, Annalise will tell me off, but the other three young drivers, Annalise Scott, who's only been in the industry for probably 2 to 3 years, and driving, Declan Murphy and Sam Barker. It's great recognition for those young people in the industry.
Yes, it is, Paul, and you don't necessarily have to be a driver or a trainer to be nominated for that award. It could be someone that's doing a great job in the pony trots. They could be a strapper. They just needed to be under 25 or 25 and under in that 2022 year. So I had to check some of those. They had turned 26, but they were 25 in that preceding year. So that's fine. But again, there's lots and lots of names that we're probably missing. So it's up to our members to nominate people. We're really happy. I think I know who's won that award, and we're really happy with the person that has won it. But there's lots of names that are probably we are missing.
Yep. I should know it, but I will be honest, I actually haven't read it, so I can't get into trouble for splurting out the wrong name. And I will say that Annalise Scott, she works for Chris Finazio, and she's done a lot with the trotting around then. But there's every chance she's been nominated as much for what she does around some of the other clubs. I know she does a swabbing steward, and a lot of that she gets paid for, but she does the numbers. She's quite happy to chip in and help out all the time. And that's probably, I think, what you're getting at. They don't necessarily have to be a leading driver or have won a Sonana Cup like Jackie Barker did, or a group race like Jason Ainsworth did, although, they're great achievements as well. It's also about what else other people do around with the trotting and helping the trotting people out.
Yeah, well, a couple of years ago, the winner was Paddy Lee, and, a lot of people might not have thought of him naturally, but then when Paddy Lee was nominated, he was the obvious choice because he trained trotters, he'd got trotters going, he was a pony trotting kid, and he was all about the trots. So and
it's come back now. He's a great ambassador, I think, for the trotting industry as well, which is really exciting as well. The third of the major awards is the Bob Conroy Excellence in Trotting Award, and we have some real worthy names here. Bob Cookenmeister, Dick Lee himself, Andy Gaff just recently named a living legend. Donna Ann-Maree Caldo, I love that part. Chris Angove, Chris Alford, Brent Lilly, and Anthony Butt. So some really, really high class names in amongst those two, Ann-Maree.
Yeah, I thought I was nominated for that as well.
Well, I actually thought you were, and that came off the HRV one. So I did think the same thing. I thought the same thing. So I do apologise for that, but I did think that, and I will be honest, I copy and pasted. So you may have been left off that, but I did think you were part of that one. I wasn't sure. So anyway, we will finalise that, but they were off the Harness Racing website's nomination. So maybe Tim O'Connor might have forgot your name by mistake, but that's okay. But a good list of people, that's for sure.
Yeah, first class, absolutely first class. And, so thinking about it, well, Andy Gaff recently has accomplished everything. But going back, Dick Lee was, he was kicking butt back in the day. So, there's some great names there. Bob Cookenmeister won at Melton and I think become the first person to win a metropolitan race at the showgrounds, Moonee Valley and Melton. So, lots and lots of great names there, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if he was the first, but he would have achieved it because I can say the great Gavin Lang definitely won races at the showgrounds.
Of course.
So there would have been a few others, but he did.
I think that was something that was important to Bob.
Yes.
Now, I might have spoken out of turn there, but that was important to him that he wanted to achieve that. That's right.
Yeah, no.
And having had a few chats with Bob, I know that he is very gifted in shoeing trotters, and he's trained other people in how to shoe trotters, and he's just an all-round horseman and a good bloke.
And the legacy of what these guys have done with our industry as well. I mean, that interview after he won with Jason Bonington, people will remember that for a long time. And it's the sort of person, and he hasn't given up on that either. He continues to drive now. Dick Lee, I've been fortunate enough to have sat down a couple of times with some long-winded conversations with Dick, and just some of the history that these guys have, and the three people that these awards are named after. They were some of the three men who initially instigated the VSTA, I suppose, and trotting, and set about trying to make trotting relevant in Victoria. And now when you look at all the states in Australia, what these guys have done for the trotting and the trotting brand, if you like, and growing it, has been instrumental in where Victorian harness racing is at the minute, because our paces are on a par with the rest, but our trotters are that far ahead of all the other states at the minute. It's not funny, and I think we will continue to. And when you look back at it, the likes of Colin Redwood, Dick Lee, Bob Conroy, and so many other people have helped to, I suppose, ensure the future of harness racing in Victoria, and definitely the trotting in Victoria.
Yeah, and all three probably are people that were willing to give their time to give someone else a leg up as well, Paul.
Yep.
And I think that's part of why they were chosen, because they were instrumental in helping younger trainers and other trainers. I know with Dad used to be on the phone every night talking to people. People would ring up asking for advice, and Dad was always very willing to help anyone else. And Dick Lee and Cole Redwood the same. They wanted to help other people. They weren't just saying, all right, I'm going to train a bunch of winners and not worry about anybody else. They're interested in other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably fair to say that, you might correct me, but Dad's best horse on performances on a racetrack and Dickie's best horse on performances on a racetrack were both paces. Yet their love of the trotter was unbelievable. The way that they just wanted to keep growing the trotting brand, if you like.
Yeah, for sure. I often think, when I think about Dickie Lee, Rufus Youngblood springs to mind, because I just loved Rufus Youngblood when he was racing and he was a pacer.
Yep.
So a star as a 3-year-old, but then, he had other horses like Down South Clare, Port Jet,
Yeah.
That were just fantastic horses as well.
And the difference was back then with those trotters in nowadays, the regard they would have been held at, but because it was such a fledgling sport, I suppose it was there wasn't that many of it. I can remember when I started, there was probably 1 or 2 trot races a week, and people were saying, why are these guys training trotters? And now you look at it, there's standalone trot meetings every day of the week, and these guys were behind that, and that's probably the difference. Lincoln Star was your dad's horse. A lot of people may not be aware that he contested a Miracle Mile. It's as high an honour as you can get, really, I think.
When there was only six horses selected from Australia and New Zealand, so
yeah,
he was amongst the best 6 horses
of that year. Of that year, and it's just an amazing honour. And as I said, people remember Bob Conroy as a great trotting trainer and driver, and rightfully so. But it's just an interesting little side note. I'll have to ask Katrina actually Colin Redwood's best pacer, because it might shock a lot of us too, possibly. But I know Colin definitely had a soft spot for the trotters, and as long as I can remember, Colin, he only trained trotters, but the Redwoods were known horse people, so there's every chance he had a good pacer as well. That's for sure. So.
I think so, Paul. And we were all a bit more dual-gated back then, but as I always say, we're like someone that is a mechanic that's good with a particular type of car, and once you get a few of those cars going, people say, the Conroys, they can get the trotters going, where you might be able to get the Peugeot going or whatever it is, and you just get more and more, and then gradually people forget that you might train another model. So that's the way it's been with us. So I think people have forgotten that we're happy to train paces as well.
No, definitely. The VSTA also have a raffle on Ann-Maree, $5 a ticket. Prizes include an 80-litre wheelbarrow full of household essentials, dinner packages, accommodation at Melton, $100 Visa gift cards, mobile rides, and many, many more. To message the Facebook and the raffles will be drawn on Saturday night. We'll be posting them out on socials when they are awarded. Ocker Chick actually commented there that you have also been nominated for the Bob Conroy Award. So if I didn't copy and paste quite properly, I apologise, but I think I may have missed that. Mark Watson, I was just talking to Donna Castles with it being pacing for Pink and the month of May, Ann-Maree, and Mark Watson last night was a Pearl Kelly recipient. I know, on Sunday night, I know you were there. It's a huge honour to be awarded that. Do you look back fondly on that?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. That made my year. There were times last year when things weren't going that well, and that was such a big thrill and such a big honour. And congratulations to Marg. I hope it means as much to her as it did to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I don't know if you heard the interview with Donna, but she actually did not know. She had no idea at all. She thought she was going there for pacing for Pink and just to be able to enjoy the night, and got the shock of her life, which is really, really cool. So it's great for people that do tireless work in our industry and sometimes go through unsung. Ann-Maree, thank you. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on a Saturday night. I won't be late. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for what's going to be a celebration of the Trotter for Victoria. There's some really good winners. I do know most of the winners. And there's some really good winners and a lot of difference, I suppose, if you like, compared to some of the other awards that happen throughout our year in harness racing. So well done to them. The VSTA are going to continue to grow and continue to get better. If you want to become a member, Ann-Maree, what's the best way to do it?
You can go to our website, Paul, and join up. It's only $30 for the year, and that gives you a voice as far as trotting goes with us, and we represent the VSTA at HRV level, and it also makes you eligible for bonuses throughout the year. The VSTA give out trophies, rugs, and we work tirelessly for the trotter to promote the trotter. So, or you can contact one of our committee people, and I've always got forms on me, so anyone can get a form off me, or I can direct them to the website.
And go from there. Are you enjoying your presidency?
Oh, yes. I sort of feel that I just work along side by side with the rest of the committee. So we're all good friends, Paul, and we all have a crack. So, we get along really well, and everybody has a bit of a go at various parts, and we help each other out.
No, absolutely, and that's what we want to do. Good luck, Ann-Maree. What'd you say? You'll get 2 winners tonight. Is that what you said?
Fingers crossed, Paul.
You know, Campbell's comments is not about tipping. Campbell's comments is about enjoying harness racing, and that's what we want. So please make sure you if you got the chance on the 6th of May, go along. Tickets are only $50. Get in touch with Emma Prosser. If you get stuck, ring Ann-Maree or anyone off the VSDA. They'll be able to make sure you can get a seat at the table and enjoy a great celebration of some really well-deserved winners, but also a celebration of people being nominated. So, Ann-Maree, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck tonight. Won't be cold at Ballarat either.
No, pleasure, Paul. You're doing a great job, Paul.
I apologise about the phone, but it worked anyway, so we got away with it. All right, Ann-Maree, thank you.
Good night. Bye.
There we have Ann-Maree Conroy. I don't know what's going on with this phone. It is driving me nuts. I've got one more phone call to make too in a minute, but whether it's going to work or not. And I was honestly talking to Mark Barton this exact way, so I don't know. I got no idea what's going on, but it should be working and should be going good. I don't want to ring Dennis Howe, that's for sure. So I normally use another phone. That could be the only reason. But I honestly made a phone call just before. Rightio. So they definitely got through the harassed trotters. I will get Nutrien on in a second. I said before when I started, I hadn't checked to see if something was working. and Dennis Howe's going to ring me, and it's going to ring through the system. So that's what happens when you do these things. That's for sure. But anyway, we will just see very quickly. No, it hasn't worked. Oh, hang on, wrong button. No, it hasn't worked. Unfortunate. Oh, yes, it has. It has worked. Awesome. Okay, NZB. We'll go back to this one. NZB weanling sales for the coming up very, very quickly for March the 25th at Karaka, at the Karaka sales. Now there is 129, I believe, weanlings being offered up. Now I will say Cambrai will be joining me next week because we're going to do two things. We'll be obviously getting through a lot of these weanlings and discussing them, but also grass track and grass track racing, because Cam is the president of Muchakarara or Banks Peninsula down in the South Island. So next week's discussion will be a lot more around grass tracks and that plus the weanling sales, and we will go from there. We'll also have a few other guests and continue to grow at Campbell's Conference, want to continue to grow on loose lines and change up what we do. They are offering up graduates from this sale. From this sale alone are Altor Meteor, Sinbad and My Ultimate Baxter. They are horses that have graduated from the NZB weanling sales. But PG Wrightson, before NZB, they actually had the sale, and they actually had a one of my New Zealand mates will tell me it was a mixed sale. I think they sold broodmares, weanlings, yearlings, and the likes going along. Hopefully one of the Kiwis will get on there and tell me very, very shortly. But in that sale, they also managed to sell the likes of Copy That and the other horse that won the Better Eclipse. No, not Better Eclipse. Anyway, won the Nullarbor just recently. So both those horses actually should have it here, written down here on a piece of paper. As always, on loose lines, so well organised. I had it here on a piece of paper the other day. Better Zip It. So Better Zip It was a $1,500 graduate, and Copy That was a $7,500 graduate from the PG Wrightson mixed sale at the time. Found out today, Majestuoso, we start talking about trotters, he also was a graduate of the PG Wrightson mixed sale as well. All-age sale, Timmy White and his duck shooting. Thank you very much to you, Timmy. It was an all-age sale. So there's three terrific names, Copy That, Better Zip It, and then you also have horses like My Copy, or My Hard Copy, or Hard Copy as he was known in New Zealand. He was a $4,500 graduate. There's some amazing value in this sale. And you're joking? Oh no, we're right. We're away. This sometimes can be a little bit dangerous. This actual site here, but you can see there. So there is horses. So basically, all you have to do is go to the nzbstandardbred.co.nz site, and it'll bring you to this page here, and then go down underneath, and you'll see there that there is also already videos going up. Alabara put videos up. Woodlands horses will be going up next week, and there is 129 weanlings, paces, paces, trotters, colts, geldings, beautifully bred first season sires in elite stride. And I just saw the other one there, Better's Wish. The guys at Macar Lodge have got a few. Raging Bull, of course, standing at Kath McIntosh's farm. So is American Ideal. Plenty of stallions there being represented. Majestic Sun at a Just Heart and Around. Just Heart and Around's left something. And it is a very, very easy site to follow. Basically just, you can click on I'm a Megastar, and that will bring up her progeny and also the resulting sales in the year before. So you just saw there that I brought up the lather up out of I'm a Megastar, last year's weanling, who has actually been named since then, sold for $8,000. And then the Sweet Lou the year before was for $12,500. You can click on the sire and also just click on the 45, and that will bring up the horse's pedigree. It's a bay colt, and then it has the progeny down there. Actually a fair horse. It's out of a daughter. It's closely related anyway to Sir Lincoln and Lincoln Royale, going through there. So that's actually a really nice horse. picked a nice one to start us off with. But that's, of course, Woodland Stud, who are selling 49 horses in that sale. So make sure you go to woodlandstud.co.nz to go there. American Dealer also went through the sale. Timmy White, I wonder if you know what price that horse went for, just to see how you go. Good to see Barb from Sedgwick is on. Haven't been checking to see who's on my Facebook feed because I've had this phone, unfortunately, has been getting used for that, but we will quickly have a quick look, and then I've got to ring Mark Barton as well. But yeah, American Dealer, a horse that's actually since gone to America and done a huge job over there. He went across to the Constellations. I'm presuming that Brad Steele is watching. There's a few other people that are watching at the minute. So please, if you are watching and you want to get involved, David Lawrence, sure, good on you for watching. Philip Wood, thank you very much as well. I really appreciate it. But please don't be scared to get involved. American Dealer, $7,500. Plus you get to stay at Cracker. Plus it's a lot of fun. Stay till the Friday night because that's on the Thursday. The Friday night is Row Cup night. Great trotting night as well. So plenty to stay and see there. Barry Ryan, hello to you, Baz. Don't know exactly who you are. Rightio. The winner has been announced of the Nutrien Equine Tuza horse float. I'm going to try this for a third time. Hopefully this actually does work. We'll see if we can get hold of Mark Barton, and I spoke to him through this.
Hello, you contacted me.
He's just told me he'll call me back in 5, which is okay. He'll ring me back. Hopefully it does work and it goes through there, but the winner has been announced, but we will get to that in a minute. There's no worries there at all. There is one worry for me, but I'll fix that. That's okay. So, yeah, we'll catch up with Bardo. When he rings me, he did say 5. He says that to me a lot. So what we'll do, we can actually go back and see who is actually watching on the show. Louise Pangrazio, hello to you, Louise, as well. I see you guys are heading to New South Wales. A few horses going up to New South Wales. The trotters are in huge demand with the Oaks in New South Wales. I also think it is the Oaks in New Zealand as well. I'm just going to double check that tomorrow night. So I think at Auckland there is a good race. The What the Hill at Woodlands Northern Oaks. Yeah, so we've got the Oaks in New Zealand and then the Oaks in New South Wales on the same weekend. Probably wouldn't have travelled a lot of those horses, but still would have been nice if they had have been able to discuss a little bit and perhaps, just saying, perhaps work together. But yeah, that's doesn't always happen. Right, that did come up. You just got to be patient, and it does work. There is the New Zealand Oaks there. The Ivy League has actually changed stable. I noticed Barry Purdon and Scott Phelan, now the new trainers. It was trained by Paul Nan, owned by Katie Price from SBSR, of course, and I've done quite a few interviews with her going through High Energy. She's Bella for Dylan Ferguson, is going around. Peter Ramirio. Pete, I did recognise you. Didn't remember who you are, so I apologise for that. Fingers crossed, Louise. Yes, we'll be watching, and barracking for you. I'll get onto your race in a second. Don't worry about that. Kiss and Run, Virginia Clowes, Majestic Buddy, and It Ain't Me Buddy all take part. 8 trotters. High Energy is a super horse, but She's Bella's very, very capable. The Ivy League as well. Good field. Really, really good field of up and coming trotters there in New Zealand, and make sure you keep an eye on it. There is also the Uncut Diamonds on Friday night. I will try and do a preview prior to that with the New Zealand racing. But keep an eye on New Zealand racing. They said that it's quietening off. There's just good races after good races going on all of the time. So just trying to get up that field for Menangle on Saturday night. Unfortunately, that will mean that Louise and the family will not be there. It will come. Just be patient. Yep, there it comes there now. But they are heading up there with She's a Wish, winner of her last two, Nathan Jack in the sulky. Nathan Jack, congratulations to Nathan too. Great training effort the other day. Brad Steele is on there. I knew he'd be on there. I just hadn't checked it to see if it had. Michelle Wallace has actually bought one from New Zealand across. I would say probably trying to dodge a little bit of high energy to go from there. Satin Stride, Glamour Stride, She's a Wish, Tougher for Ricky Auction, Alma Valia for Brent Lilly, I'm a Gypsy Queen, Elder Baron Millie, Rockin' with Attitude, and Kai Valley Amanda. 5, 6, 7 of those being Victorians, 2 of those being New Zealand horses as well. So Ricky Auction, Kerry Ann Morris are the only 2 New South Wales trainers in amongst all of those. Anton Galino didn't take a horse up there for the Oaks. So, but yeah, and it's a good field. There's a couple of other nice races going on. That's Anton obviously hasn't got a 3-year-old filly because he's taking on Ready Jet up there for the $100,000 Garrards, MacArthur's Trotters Mile, which is itself got a nice field as well. Elder Baron Tess going terrific. Royal Charlotte was a funny run the other night, but she went okay in the end. She was gone a long way out, but she continued to go very, very good. So the best bourbon actually is bred by or bred along Harasta Trotters names as well. Funky Monkey, Majestic Trio, Lady in the Sky. So plenty going on there in New South Wales. Got to keep an eye on all of the races. Just quickly going through because David Miles was taken ARG, who was a terrific winner. Up for, there it is there. So it's only a $20,000 race. So he must be just taking him up to keep his trotter company. But anyway, good luck to everyone that is heading up there. Mark Barton hasn't rang me back, so we will try and get him again and just see if he answers. Because I do want to make sure we put those announcements out there. Please don't be scared too to fire in some questions, anything about the trotters and that going forward. He's going to call me again in 5. Never a good sign when he says that. I'm telling you, his 5 minutes can take a long, long time. All right. Okay, so I've got a few others. VSTA, the safety specialists, of course, great supporters of mine, do the printing. They actually do this printing as well, the Harasta Trotters printing going forward. Haven't changed my hat for a while. The guys at NZB didn't get much of a race run. We might get onto those guys again. Don't forget, if you're on the YouTube page, you can also fire in the odd question going forward. Yeah, we will go from there. Right, just got that all updated. Timmy White, as I said, he's bunkered down in his duck shooting cabin, which is, yeah, I wouldn't call it toughing it. That is for sure. Rightio, safety specialists, as I said, Daz Aiken and Kelly Mitchell-Smith. They have the safety specialists and they do a great job for all your embroidery. You can see there the beanies. If you haven't ordered your beanies, you might have missed the boat because the cold weather is definitely here. So make sure you get in touch with Daz on 0400 309 902. 0400 309 902. Tell him Paul Campbell said to call you and he'll probably hang up the phone on you. But yeah, just give him a call and go from there. Horseland Bendigo, of course, as I say every week, they are great sponsors and great supporters of my daughter, so I can't thank them enough. As are Barrastock Horse and Feed that continue to sponsor Campbell's comments. And at the start of the show, I said about the people that support me and sponsor me, and I can't thank those guys enough. Everyone from Woodlands, Nutrien, NZB, Harasta Trotters, and In Trouble. I am definitely in trouble. But anyway, we'll see how this goes. Right, this is Mark Barton. So let's see if we can get him on the phone and he can hear me. Mark, can you hear me and can you talk back? Yes, you're here, but try that now. Let's see if you talk to me now. No. So Bardo, I need your help. You're on speakerphone, but you and I definitely spoke prior to me going on this show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Technology, mate, has deserted me. I'm telling you, it will not work. This the way I use my phones ever since hasn't worked. So anyway, it works this way. We get the message out there and we can get it out there easy. It's fine. I just got to hold the phone up near the microphone and it works beautifully. So it's all going good. Right. Well, let's start from the start. Tuza horse floats, mate. We'll go with that one first. Someone basically all they had to do was pay up and fully sustain their horse and then sustain for the Nutrien Race Series to go into the draw to win a horse float donated by Tuza Horse Floats. And it's got their $23,000. I think it was $24,500 float of your choice. Could be the breeding package or the racing package, which is in itself, Matt Tuza and the crew, got to take their hats off to those guys.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Look, I think probably first and foremost, it's great to see an Australian-made product out there, which is great that we've got people making quality products out there still. And whether it's a two-horse straight load, which I think they're about 13 or 14,000 through to the configuration that we came up with. And Matt was keen to try and promote something. Obviously, he and his family, his wife, they're in, I think, dressage as well, but they become involved in the harness world, and he was keen to give something back. So we thought that was a good incentive. If you buy a horse, one ticket per horse purchase and sustain for the Nutrien Series. So, so the girls drew that this afternoon, which was exciting for the winner, obviously, mate.
It was, and Gemma and I'm not sure who the other lady was with Gemma, but they drew out the winner earlier today, and I'll let you, I suppose, announce it for anyone that hasn't seen it on the socials so far.
Yeah, look, mate, what we did was we got our admin manager, Gemma works out of our Nutrien Wagga branch, so Kat Dowling, she's actually our admin manager there, and she's completely removed from the standard bred market, so we just thought it's just good business, to have someone that was totally removed from it to do it, and the girls did the draw, and it's great. The Turnbull name is it's synonymous with harness racing across the eastern seaboard, but Craig Turnbull was the lucky winner, and he bought 4 horses this year and has supported every sale that we've had. So that was fitting, and I spoke to him earlier this afternoon or this evening, and I said, "Do you think you could have used a float?" He said, "Absolutely." So that's even better. That it's a win that he said. "I never win anything." He said it's hard enough my job's to try and win races, but he's never won anything like that before. So that's exciting, and it's in that that Shepparton area, and he actually presented horses for our very first ready to run for clients. So when we started, we've had a relationship with Craig right from the start. Yeah,
that was with Dean and Blanche Pools, actually. The horses were, I believe.
It was a Rhiannon horse that they put through, and they, he was at that when we ran them up at the Shepparton track. So hopefully he can bring a lot of winners to the track in Matt Tuza's horse float, mate.
Absolutely. That was a little while ago. Lots gone under the bridge since then, Bardo, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, I think that was the first day you and I met was at that ready to run too. So that run up was the very first time you and I had actually worked together. So it's been a lot gone under the bridge since then.
Curveball, we speak about a lot of things. Any chance of those getting back up and going?
Look, I think if there's a market, our job's to service the market.
Yeah.
I think they're a great idea. I think coming from someone that had little idea. People that want to get in the sport, I think that's where the market might be too for some of these. We're overwhelmed with yearlings this year, and you see some of these horses being broken in. I think there's a real opportunity for someone when they're ready to get to the track. Some of these, these new owners that maybe not had experience with racing. I think there's, with the increase in yearling numbers. We talked about what went round Australia. I think there was near enough to 1,000 horses offered in yearling sales this year across the country. So that's probably up 25% on what would be the 5-year average, more like 750. So I think if you look at some of those horses that weren't able to be sold this year, that could well be a market where a group of people might say, look, I didn't want to buy a yearling, but you one ready to go to the track straight after Christmas is a real option, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's something people need to think about, and we need to do it a little bit different. I threw a little barb out there before, and Brad Steele's bitten, that's for sure. He's sticking up for Queensland. I'll get back to him in a minute, but of course Queensland were part of that whole float deal, as was Sydney, Bathurst and also Melbourne. And I don't suppose you wouldn't know which horse it was. It won't matter anyway. But congratulations to Craig.
Yeah, I can tell you. I just the girls will know the lot number, but I can tell you that it was a Galthorn horse that was purchased out of the Melbourne sale. So
Right.
Lot 381. It actually was 381.
Yep. Well, that's a huge result for everyone, and I'm sure that Gary and massive Jenny, thank you very much. Massive. I lose a lot of things out of this head. Will be wrapped in that, and it's huge. So well done, and well done to you guys as well for putting up a huge prize, huge incentive, and sometimes you win a prize, Bardo, and it's not necessarily something that you can use, but definitely a horse float. Any person would have wanted to win that horse float who paid up and sustained went into the draw.
Definitely. And look, it was funny. I spoke to Jenny this afternoon as well, and she did make the point to me. She said, "Oh, do you hope someone buys one of these and wins a horse float?" That was actually a couple of months before the sale. She made that comment. So when he's won it, she said, "Oh, look, you can thank me." She said, "I did say to make sure you sustain it, make sure you pay on time because I've got a good feeling about this." So she's actually, I don't know whether she read the tea leaves or not, but she certainly had I think. It's something new, mate, and it's a bit of interest. I will say the sustaining numbers look good. We haven't reconciled exactly yet, but with the sustaining numbers, I don't know whether the horse float makes a difference. I think ultimately people want to go to races, but
Yep.
It certainly was a great initiative, and it's something we'd look at again.
No, absolutely, and I know Nutrien haven't stopped and haven't finished, and I'll be getting out with. I'm going to get out around a few of the bigger breeders and vendors and make my way even through New South Wales and just a bit of a recap for the year and just how they found the season and looking forward with the challenges. There are plenty of challenges. But Nutrien haven't finished. The other one you do have coming up very, very shortly is the Winter Woolies sale. Nominations are on now. That you've actually extended the nominations for that.
For this week,
Yep, till 5th of May.
That's it. That's it.
No.
The reason that we had a few vendors were just finalising their numbers and asked if we could do it, and it's a matter of getting them to Alan Parker. He gets our pedigree page, get them back, get them proved by the vendors, and we've got effectively 4 weeks now to get them up online. So he said he could get it done. So we said, well, look, if that's the case, we'll give vendors another week. And I'd expect we could end up with somewhere between 150 and 200 horses. And would be my guess by the time we get them done.
And it's going to be a very, very different sale this year as well, because it will be going basically from Monday to Thursday and then that gives the girls the Friday up their sleeve to go from there. Gemma's listening because I said no. I actually just saw a wrong date. It's okay, Gemma, I was onto it. Basically, to give the girls a chance on the Friday. I think it's going to be really exciting. I think Melbourne sale proved that it doesn't matter what day you sell on. I think if the product's there, people will want it. And this one going through the week, there's going to be a lot of people checking their work computers, I would imagine, going through the Nutrien Equine Standardbred site just to see where the horses are at during the week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Look, I think the idea was it's also good. You've got your that back end staffing, the Auction Plus team and us on the weekend, just to make sure you got access to people. So we thought we'd try it this way and see how it works. No,
definitely. And Campbell's comments will be there. So that is June 5th to June 8th, Monday through to the Thursday. The sale will open on the Monday and closes on the 8th. They'll be covering that, but Nutrien will be putting plenty out across all of their socials and also the website, Bardo.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Which is there across the bottom.
The catalogue, we'd like to have it up and ready for people to start looking at least a week before the sale. But I know there's some going horses. There's going to be some brood mares, and there's certainly going to be some weanlings. So it's always it's a good place for people to get time to make that decision. To have a look over the horses and give us a call if we can be of any assistance. If you haven't used the system, we've got time for people to register. You've got time to talk to the vendors if need be. So no, it's good. I've actually just grabbed that lot up too. If you want to know, that the one that was the purchase for the horse float, mate, is lot 381 Galthorn. It was a Sweet Lou. It was a Bay filly, and it was out of Penny Ann, so an Art Major mare. So
yep,
Art Major Pacific fella.
Looking after all the sponsors there, Woodlands and Alabar, Galthorn, great contributors. You're doing everything, Bardo. You're going real good, so don't worry about that.
Don't worry. Murray, if you go back through there, the third dam, it goes back to family Misty Maiden. It was the 3-year-old Pacer of the Year and Australian Broodmare of the Year. So, Lombo Pocket Watch, it goes back to a pretty good family.
Be nice if it turns out to be a superstar too. It'd be a good little side story. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he shouldn't call him something about a horse float. It should be, I don't know, Penny Ann floating on air or something like that.
Nah, he'll be fine, and I think Craig, like anyone knows, Craig will be wrapped for him to have won that. So yeah, he does the hard yards, he breaks in, he races, he trains, and does a very, very good job with the whole lot of them, mate. So, but
No, I'm just like I say, I'm pleased to see someone who bought 4 horses off us and has supported us from the start. And I don't know, I think we'll get feedbacks from people, but I think it's a good investment in the sales series. If people get it's a chance, isn't it? I suppose it's nice to be in the barrel. Nice to be in the barrel to win something like that.
Oh, absolutely. And I must say, when I was live streaming them, I was thinking to myself, the Turnbulls are got to be a Monty to win. I don't know how many horses the Turnbull name itself and direct family ties, if you like, bought through the sales. But I mean, from your point of view, you'd be wrapped with them. But what they do for harness racing is just enormous. The Turnbull name. So I think it's congratulations to Craig. But just the Turnbull name, full stop. They bought at every sale. They partake. They enjoy themselves afterwards as well. But they do a great job for harness racing right across, including at Bathurst, their mainstay.
Oh, look, they're supporting us at the Gold Coast. They support us in Sydney, Bathurst and Melbourne, like every sale. And like I say, they've been... I don't think would there be a Bathurst Gold Crown without a Turnbull horse in nearly every race. I would have thought.
No, it wouldn't. It's it's one thing you don't do. You don't bag a Turnbull. That's for sure. You get into all sorts of trouble. You'll end up at the bottom of the lagoon. And I've been to the lagoon. It's a great place. So yeah, it'll be fine, mate. I'm going to let you go. I will catch up with you though. We'll probably get you back on loose lines at some stage. I've got the adversary, I suppose, Cambrai booked in next week, one for their Weenland sale, but also to talk grass track racing and I suppose getting harness racing thinking a bit differently. But we will do a nutrient special leading up to the Winter Woolies as well, and just a bit of a recap from your point of view, and maybe get a couple of the sellers and buyers potentially on as well. So we'll do a bit along those ways, mate. But thank you very much for joining me.
No, my pleasure, mate. Anytime. If I could can I have one little advertorial? Can I do one more ad for you?
You can do whatever you like.
Mate, I just wanted if anyone's out there listening, we have got the Yirribee Homestead block will actually go to auction on the 22nd of June. So if there's someone out there that is interested in the homestead, magnificent home, it's got a lot of the infrastructure, 170 acres. It's got the river licence is still active, and there is 15 megs of water on the groundwater. But if you are looking for a great operating farm, beautiful lifestyle block, it goes to auction on the 22nd of June. Which
is not that far away. We might do a stable chat there one day or something. I'll work something out, but I might go for a drive. I've threatened a few people that I'll go for a drive to the New South Wales, so I better go there at some stage. I know the great Greg Gangle's left, unfortunately, but still going to be a destination port. I love Wagga. It's a great town, so a great place to live, that's for sure. Mate, thank you. We'll definitely catch up. We might have to get a proper ad done up in that for Rod as well and go from there. But thank you very much, and we will be in touch, Bardo.
Sounds good, mate. Look forward to it.
There we have Mark Barton joining me on Loose Lines, and going from there, Mickey Blackmore is on as well, although that hasn't refreshed. So please, if you are on, keep going. Brad Steele, I'm going to make you just wait a little bit longer because I did see your comments there. No, we'll get to that. I must say it was a huge win by Agent Black at Wagga at Nangle last week. Of course, it was. I got my APG hat on. I've got my Nutrient hat on. It was an APG trotting series, but basically what Brad's trying to say there is the rise of the trotter in in Queensland, just talking and doing two things at the same time. But he's 17 hands high, this horse. He's quite a big lad, Agent Black is his name. He's out of Black Member, bred by Trump Bloodstock, owned by Daniel Cordina, who was very active at the nutrient sales this year as well. And Daniel does a great job for the industry. It was a good little race. So Erica, Kerry-Ann Morris made a hell of a race of it. And big size difference. He might be 16 hands. I think Erica is only about a 14 hands high, but she is by Centurion ATM and bred by Jan and Ken Wills, Jan and Ken Wills, sorry. Of course, Ken no longer with us, but they actually bred Erica as well. So it was a good little one. And I think, Star Patrick is actually, it is a Michael Taylor horse, sorry. So well done. And Michael Taylor from Trotters Australia, based in Queensland as well. So two of the first three home in that trotting series were from there. It was unfortunately marred by quite a few gallops. Straight after the start. Basically, the first three home were the only three to trot all of the way. The rest of them broke under pressure, and three of those basically give themselves no chance. Peter Manning, Darren Cole and Brad Abbott, unfortunately, they went a long trip for not a lot of results, that is for sure. But make sure you get in touch, and don't forget to check out nutrienequine.com.au to keep up to date with the Winter Woolies when it does come online at the end of this week. So they're going from there. I said there before, Peter and Mirio. I met Pete. He waved to me at Bendigo. He was there for the Bendigo Trotters Cup night, and I just said g'day, but didn't really acknowledge him, and I apologise for that, Pete. One of my shortcomings is I don't recognise faces quite a lot, but I do apologise for that. It was awards night at the Crown Palladium the other night, just gone past, and I must say huge congratulations to all of the winners going through as my tea arrives. I tell you what, talk about getting spoilt rotten when you're doing a live show, but my tea has arrived and did a good job. But well done to all of the winners. The Gordon Rothicker medal winner, Chris Alford, Marg Watson, as I said there, Pearl Kelly Ward winner, living legend to Andy Gaff. 2-year-old trotter of the year was the Locomotive, bred by Harassed Trotters, beating Stevie G, another Harassed Trotters horse, Uptown Lad and SK's Hollywood. 2-year-old trotting filly of the year was Rocking with Attitude by Aldebaran Park. His name just escapes me as well. Cognati Susan is a name, another Queenslander, and Valerie Lane. Cravoche Dior was the 3-year-old trotting colt of the year. Egret was a 3-year-old trotting filly. Both those horses, of course, bred by Harassed Trotters. Aldebaran Zeus was the 4-year-old male of the year. Queen Alida, New Zealander, was a 4-year-old trotting mare of the year. The age trotting mare of the year was, of course, I'm Ready Jet, beating Hopeful Beauty, Ann-Maree Jet. Unfortunately for connections, ill-fated Aldebaran Crescent and Vatican Hill, but three of those horses, Harassed Trotters horses. Then the age trotter of the year was Majestuoso, beating Nephew of Sunoco, Just Believe and Sundance Courage. We then go to the Paces with the Lost Storm being the winner there. 2-year-old pacing fillies went to Major Delight ahead of Joyful. The 3-year-old pacing colt of the year was Catch a Wave. Encipher was the 3-year-old pacing filly of the year. Better Eclipse, the 4-year-old pacing boy. And Ladies in Red, the 4-year-old pacing mare of the year. Aged pacing mare of the year was Spellbound. Congratulations again to the Kiwis. They've taken home quite a few of these. Age pacing Entire and Gelding was Honolulu Bay, being a gelding. The 2022 Victorian Horse of the Year went to Majestuoso, beating Better Eclipse, Ladies in Red and Major Delights. Congratulations to all of those connections there. Metropolitan Driver of the Year was Mark Pitt. Concession Driver of the Year was James Herbertson. Victorian Driver of the Year was James Herbertson. Metropolitan Trainer of the Year and Victorian Trainer of the Year were both Emma Stewart. The Lang Distinguished Services Award, unfortunately, sort of got washed up a little bit here into the Maya. I don't see a lot about this, but congratulations to Graham Perossa, Gay Donnelly and Richard Cuss. Congratulations to all you guys. And the Victorian Breeder of the Year, congratulations, Bill and Ann Anderson from Lauriston Park. So those guys won a lot of those and great contributors to Harassed Trotters, to Nutrient, and also Campbell's comments going forward. That is about the show. As I said, next week I want to make sure people are actually also there was a new announcement of a CEO for Queensland. Brad Steele made me aware of that last week, so that is very, very good. And as I said to you, said is at the start of the show that I will be catching up with Canberra next week on next week's show to go over the Weanling sale that's coming up on May 23rd. The 23rd of May over there at Karaka, which will be a great weekend. I'm going to be over there from Tuesday. On Loose Lines will be live on the Wednesday at some stage. And then Row Cup on the Friday night. So it's a good little couple of days. Got Bardo sitting up there, but he is not on there no more. So we'll get rid of Bardo with that click of that. And here, yeah, so that will be next week's show, and then potentially we'll catch up with Bardo and the guys from Nutrien the week after. But yeah, always get involved with questions, fire them in via the messages on Facebook and the Facebook page. I really encourage people to get in there as best they can. I want more people involved. I want to continue to do things. The trotting show will be back. Should have been back this week. Just had a little bit of a mishap that put a delay to that. But there's plenty going on with the trotters, some great trot races in New Zealand as well. So my New Zealand show should be back tomorrow night as well, though. If you want to get some content on New Zealand, and New Zealanders, Nicole Sims or Johnny Turner will be joining me tomorrow to do a bit of a review preview. So I thank you guys for that. And plenty happening. Don't forget the VSTA Awards night is on this Saturday night, May 6th, $50 a head. Contact the guys at Tabcorp Park if you want to go to that. And also Pacing for Pink on the 7th of May, the day after, at the Shepparton Harness Racing Club from 10:30. So it's going to be a very, very busy weekend. A lot of fun going forward. And Campbell's Comments continues to want to and do promote the industry in the way that we do it, not the way that other people want us to do it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to Donna Castles and Ann-Maree Conroy and Mark Barton for joining me. Really appreciate that. I'm up for your carnival, Bradley Steele. You just got to fly me up there and I'll be there. Don't you worry about that. We'll talk about, my people will talk to your people. We'll go from there. I can tell you, you don't want to eat more than 2 dozen. That's all I'll say. But that's all good and well. That was at Invercargill. And the guys at Invercargill started off the show with Tyler Dew and the like. So who knows what could end up on this show. We might end up making some phone calls. Even get my phone working. It did work before. It just stopped. I'll go back to the other phone and get it working properly, but that's just a slight little issue. But there'll be plenty going on. Thank you to everyone that is getting involved. We might have to do a bit of a Queensland update. We might even try and catch up with Brad Steele after Canberra next week. I'll give Brad the heads up that we'll get him there to get a few things going for the Constellation and the message going out there. It's not that far off. So I did notice, I think Emma Stewart and Clayton Tonkin are going to take 15 horses to the carnival. So really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that's got involved in the show, everyone that's put in a few comments and gone from there, a few likes as well. So we've had 20 likes, which I really appreciate. There's a few people still watching. So get on, help me out, drive the show in the direction that you guys want to drive it. And I really do appreciate it. I've got a no caller ID ringing me at the minute, which I won't answer. But I do appreciate it. And on Loose Lines, we'll be back next week. Better Vet did a huge job. Must have to talk to my people, might have to talk to your people there, Better Vet too, don't worry about that. Did one race and it was the Better Vet pace and they got a mention every time that race started. So get involved with Campbell's Comments and you never know where your sponsorship could end up. Thank you very much. As I said, a huge thank you to my sponsors in Woodland Stud, Harasta Trotters, Barras Stock, Nutrien Equine, and also NZB Standardbreds, plus so many other people, the likes of Kath McIntosh with Lower Long Farms, the Harness Racing New Zealand, Club Menangle, people that support me, employ me, get me to do the job. I really do appreciate it. And, of course, Harness Breeders Victoria as well. I've got a couple of little things going on with those guys later in the year. I'll get some more finalised and we'll get the message out there for that. But, yeah, if you want to get the message out there with anything, get in touch with Campbell's Comments as well. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and eat my sausages, bacon and mashed potato. And I'll be back next week, same time, for On Loose Lines.